Welcome to my channel. I'm Pongo, and in this video we're going to talk about some of the most nostalgic skins in Counter-Strike today. For context, I've been playing this game since around 2015 when I was still 9 years old, and now I have more than 4,000 hours in the game, and in this time I've wasted way too much money on skins. Now let's move on and reminisce about the glorious past of these overpriced pixels. First, let's talk about the best rifle in the game, the AK-47. Over the years, there have been numerous iconic skins for this weapon, but around a decade ago, there were some undisputed winners when it came to popularity. There were 4 main options, depending on your budget. For the poorest, there was the Elite build. Not pretty, but it was still better than the default. Then, if you had a little bit extra money, you could get the Red Line. This was probably one of the most common skins around the time. Every match you were in was pretty much guaranteed to have one of these. Then, for those who didn't care about the price and just wanted to flex, they either went for the AK Vulcan or the Fire Serpent, which was the undisputed king of AK skins. Talking about the Fire Serpent, the main method of acquiring one of those was through a trade-up. And on YouTube there was a lot of videos of people trying to craft these weapons. The most famous one being this anomaly clip, where he gently turns off the TV after getting a Desert Eagle Golden Koi instead of the Fire Serpent. But there is another AK skin, which I think I only saw a couple of times in over 10 years, which is the Hydroponic. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but it's really uncommon and also really pricey. Overall, not worth it even if you have the money. Out of all of these, my favorite I think would have to be the Fire Serpent. At the beginning I didn't really like the design, but now it has kind of grown on me and I appreciate it more. Now let's switch over to the best gun in the game, the AWP. There are a lot of skins we could talk about for this weapon, but the real rivalry in the old days was between the Dragonlord and the Medusa, and for normal people there was just the Asimov. The Dragonlord is possibly the most famous skin in video game history. Its notoriety surpasses that of Counter-Strike itself, becoming well known even outside of the game. This was and probably still is the most sought after skin in all CS. And the Medusa, especially in the past, was the main competitor for the best AWP skin contest. This was all before the AVP Gungnir came out, which was the third really expensive AVP skin. I remember watching videos of people casually getting them out of drops at the end of matches, which was possible at the time. These skins, along others like the M4 Icarus Fell, could drop at the end of matches, but they were really uncommon and the chance of getting them was so low. Now let's talk about the M4A4. This was the main choice for the city rifle in the past. The A1S still hadn't been buffed and most of the pros used the A4. This weapon has probably one of the most iconic skins in all of CS. I'm of course talking about the Howl. This is the only contraband skin in the game, the only one with this rarity. The story is that the original artwork was stolen, so Valve removed this skin from the Huntsman case where it originally was, and gave it this new rarity, in order to make it unobtainable. It has been duped a lot before Valve stopped allowing that, but there still aren't many around. The only other M4A4 skin that has a really good reputation and that was looked at like a real flex, I think is the Poseidon. A good analogy would be like the Howl is the Dragonlord for the M4 and the Poseidon is the Medusa. Both are really desirable and very expensive, but one is clearly better. For the Desert Eagle, there is really only one skin that comes to mind, and that is the Desert Eagle Blaze. At the start of the game, a lot of pros used this skin, even though it wasn't really common in matchmaking, since for the time it was quite expensive, even back then. Of course now it's even more expensive, which makes it even more rare. Although it has a simple design, it's clean and still one of the best Deagle skins around. I don't personally like it too much, but I understand why it's this popular. Now let's talk about some honorable mentions that came to mind while making this video, but I don't think they are quite on the same level. First, we have the USPS Kill Confirmed. This, I think, was the most famous skin for the USP and one of the most used, but now I rarely see it. I think with it getting more expensive, it's become really uncommon, but now I almost never see it in game, so I think it's become really rare, since now there are also many alternatives which are as good, if not better than this one. Another starting pistol that is really iconic is the Glock Fade. This is, I think, one of the rarest skins in the game. I saw it maybe a couple of times in over 10 years. It's really expensive and it always has been. Even 10 years ago it was really expensive, so there aren't many of them. But I always thought that this skin was so cool because it had a knife finish on a gun, and it had the fade one, so I think one of the best finishes in the game, but the rarity of the skin makes it really uncommon. And to end this video, I wanted to talk about some A1S skins, because I didn't mention them before, and for this gun I have the Hot Rod and the Icarus Fell. These are really rare skins, probably saw them once or twice in over 10 years, but I think they're really cool, especially the Hot Rod, because it makes for some really cool sticker crafts. You could actually drop the Icarus Fell from in-game drops, but it was rare, so you don't really see them right now, but you also never saw them 10 years ago or 7 years ago. Now this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you thought of some other skins or have some other ones in mind that you think I should have included, please write them down in the comment, so maybe I will make a part 2 of this video. Thank you for watching until the end, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I will make some in the future. Thank you.